In this video, we are going to look at an example program, and we're going to talk about the scope of variables. So this is an example program which is from your main learning resource here book. This is called the Acme Dryer program. The Acme Dryer program is a simple program that is a collection of 5 functions. Each function prints out a series of statements. Once the user presses the enter key, that's when the function prints out a series of statements. Okay. The first function is a start message, this is a function that prints out just a statement that tells you how to start. The second function, which is step 1, and then step 2, step 3, and step 4, each of those functions is executed once the user presses the enter key. Here we have a statement that says input, press enter to see step 1. Now in the last video, in a past video, I showed you where we say x is equal to input, press enter to see step 1, which takes what was input and puts it into some variable named x. However, in this case, we don't want to save what the user has entered. All the user is going to press is the enter key. So we just write input, press enter to see step 1. The screen will pause here. The user will press the enter key. And once you move on to step 1, control is going to get transferred to, to function step 1. Step 1 will be executed. At the end of step 1, control will come back to the main function, which is the next line. Input, press enter to see step 2. Once the user presses enter, control goes to step 2. You go on to function step 2, and so on. So let's go ahead and run this. And I'm going to bring the shell window right next to here so we can see it running right next to the code so that we have context. So this program tells you how to disassemble an Acme laundry dryer. There are 4 steps in the process. That is these lines right here that are displaying this Python shell to you. Okay, let me just make sure that that doesn't keep disappearing on me, and which is right here. So now we're good. All right, so press enter to see step 1. Step 1, unplug, etc. So this is the function. These are the 3 statements that are printed here from the function. So what is this print blank doing? That's putting this blank line here. Okay, so press enter to see step 2. I press enter, and control goes to function step 2, and then obviously comes back to here because now I see it's a press enter to see step 3. I go in here and then press enter to see step 4. Okay, so this is a simple function. Now, the other thing we need to talk about, and let me close the shell. The other thing we need to talk about is variables. In a past program, you learned how to declare variables. However, when we declare variables in functions, things change a little bit. So let's look at this function here. This is called bad local. It's again from your major learning resource, which is your book. Here's the function main. It's calling a function getName. And then after that, you're printing out the name. And here is function getName. And here you define name. You say name is equal to input, enter your name. Let's go say run. Enter your name. I enter my name, Jane, student. And I get all these lines, trace back. Okay, let's look at the most significant line here, which is here. Name error, global name is not defined. It says the variable name is not defined. Now, how can that be? Because I certainly have defined name. It's defined in the function. Let me just, again, position my windows. Apologies for the delay. All right, here we go. Technical difficulties. All right, so here we have get name, print hello name. Name is equal to input, enter your name, and it says name is not defined, right? Because name is defined inside function get name. A function is like a black box. Whatever is inside a function is not known outside the function. So although name is defined inside get name, okay, it is not known to main. So when you try to use the variable name in main, that causes an error. Okay, the local variable can only be accessed inside the function. Now, if I said name is equal to input, enter your name, and on top of this, I had a statement that said print name, that would also cause an error. Why? Because I've declared name on this line and I'm trying to access it on this line. And name is local to this function, so it cannot be accessed before it's declared. Okay, this is called the scope of the variable, where the variable can be seen and who can see it. Only function getName can see name, but not all parts of function getName. Only the lines of code that are declared after name is defined can see name. Lines of code that may be written before name is defined cannot see it. Okay, now in the next video, we will also look at passing arguments to functions. So let's look at another example of local variables. And here it is. Def main, we call Texas and we call California. Def birds, Texas equal to 5,000. Print Texas has so many birds and California has so many birds. So basically, you're using the variable right within the function. If you tried to do these print statements in main, you would get the same error that birds is not a defined variable. The birds that's defined in the function Texas is local to Texas. The birds that's defined in function California is local to California. Okay, think about it, read about the scope, think about the scope of variables, and then in the next video we will look at passing arguments to functions.